Here's a $1 million question. You have 3 seconds to answer. Which is longer, 32 feet or 9.8 meters? Was that too hard? Okay, total physics will make it easier for you. How about 9.75 meters or 9.8 meters? You don't even need a second to answer this question. Of course, 9.8 meters is longer. Of course, 32 feet is about 9.75 meters. See why we will want to do a unit conversion? Another good reason for doing a unit conversion is to avoid a common mistake in physics. 1 meter plus 1 foot is not 2 meters or 2 feet. It is equal to 1.3 meters or 4.3 feet. To avoid this rookie mistake, remember to always convert quantities into the same units before adding them. There are only 2 steps for doing unit conversion systematically. First, look up the conversion factors. Next, multiply the conversion factors to the quantity we are converting and make sure the original units are cancelled correctly, leaving us with the units we want. It is easier to see how this works in an example. Let's convert 25 feet into kilometer. First step, look up the conversion factors. 1 foot is equal to 0.3048 meter. This allows us to convert from feet to meter. But we need kilometer in the end, so we need a relationship between meter and kilometer. If we refer to the table of prefixes, we see that 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meters. Now let's focus on the first equation. If we divide both sides of the equation by 0.3048 meter, we get 1 foot over 0.3048 meter is equal to 1. But that means 0.3048 meter over 1 foot is also equal to 1. Alright, we can do the same thing to the equation on the right. First, divide both sides of the equation by 1,000 meters, and we get 1 kilometer over 1,000 meters is equal to 1. After that, realize the reciprocal of this fraction must also be equal to 1. So we have 2 conversion factors from the equation on the left and 2 conversion factors from the equation on the right. Now we move on to step 2. In step 2, we want to multiply the conversion factors to the quantity in a way that allows us to cancel the original units. Just to show you why multiplying conversion factors do not change the meaning of our quantity, we can all agree that 25 feet is equal to 25 feet times 1 times 1. But as we can see from these equations, our conversion factors are all equal to 1. So multiplying a quantity by a conversion factor only changes its unit. It doesn't change the original value of the quantity. Alright, first we need to get rid of the unit feet. To do that, we multiply 25 feet by 0.3048 meter over 1 foot. Notice how the unit ft gets cancelled out. Now we are left with meter, but we want kilometer. So we multiply the whole thing by 1 kilometer over 1,000 meters. This way, since we have the meter in the denominator, we can cancel this meter, leaving the final product in kilometer only. Multiplying all the numbers together, we get 7.6 times 10 to the power of minus 3. Notice how we made sure the final answer has the right suffix. Also, it is a good practice to box your final answer. I'm showing more details here than you need when doing a unit conversion because I want you to understand the logic of this method. In practice, you can always start by writing down the conversion factors highlighted in blue and purple here, and then multiplying them to the quantity you want to convert. You can skip this line and go straight to this. Make sure you cancel your units correctly. Here's another example of unit conversion that may seem a little more practical. Imagine that you have a friend John who works in Malaysia and makes RM 3,000 a month, where RM is the Malaysian currency. How much money does John make in US dollar a year? First step, look up the conversion factors. But before we dive in, we should ask ourselves what units are we converting. We're converting from RM to USD and from month to year. At the time of this recording, 1 USD is equal to RM 4.20. This equation gives us 2 conversion factors, 1 USD over RM 4.20 and RM 4.20 over 1 USD. The next important relationship is 1 year is equal to 12 months. The corresponding conversion factors are 1 year over 12 months and 12 months over 1 year. Now we're ready for step 2, multiplying the conversion factors while making sure the original units cancel. If John is making Rm3000 a month, we can express this as Rm3000 over 1 month. First, let's convert from Rm to USD. To cancel the units Rm, we choose 1 USD over Rm 4.20 as our conversion factor. This way, the Rm in this numerator cancels with the Rm in this denominator, and we only have USD left. Next, we want to convert from month to year. To cancel the month in the denominator, we need to choose the conversion factor that has month in the numerator. So the correct conversion factor to use is 12 months over 1 year. This way we can cancel the months and only have the units year in the denominator. Putting everything in the calculator gives us 8,571.43 USD per year, which is unfortunately below the poverty line in the United States in 2020. But maybe if John loves his job, it really doesn't matter.